Welcome to ecoMetals TV at Wire & Tube by Messe Düsseldorf. Welcome to Dr. Alexander Becker, CEO from GMH Holding. Dr. Becker, your company, Georgs Marienhütte, is proud to be a pioneer of the green transformation. Tell us about your achievements.
First of all, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here. We as GMH Group, we already started exactly 30 years ago by building a new electric arc furnace and destroying our blast furnace. 30 years ago, we had scope 1, scope 2 output of 2.0 tons of CO2 emissions per produced ton of steel. Meanwhile, we have arrived at 0.4. That's 80% less. That's what most of the electric arc furnace producers are able to produce. But we as GMH, we are a family-owned company that has a very strong purpose and a target to continue to be the green pioneer in steel production. 30 years ago, we had scope 1, scope 2 output of 2.0 tons of CO2 emissions per produced ton of steel. Meanwhile, we have arrived at 0.4. That's 80% less. That's what most of the electric arc furnace producers are able to produce. But we as GMH, we are a family-owned company that has a very strong purpose and a target to continue to be the green pioneer.
Here at Wire & Tube, you present two brand new green steel products. The first is called Green Power Steel. And according to your company, it enables higher CO2 savings. Can you tell us something about the technology, how it works, and how CO2 savings are amount?
The technology of green power steel is relatively simple. We use 100% of green energy. So we use 100% green electricity, and this improves our CO2 footprint from 0.4 to 0.2. So it reduces by another 50% the CO2 output of our steel. We also developed, and that's technically much more sophisticated, the so-called green steel premium product, and this brings us to 0.05 tons of CO2, so almost CO2 free. This we achieved by using 100% of biochar.
Can you please explain us what's biogenic coal?
Yes.
What is this?
Biogenic coal we use instead of fossil coal, and biogenic coal is a coal that has already released its CO2 emissions to the world. That's, for example, wood that you can find in the forest, on the floor, or old trees that have broken down. At the end, it's coal that the nature does not need anymore.
And how do you underpin these CO2 reductions in order to achieve trustworthiness among your customers?
We went a very painful way together with TÜV Nord and PwC. So nowadays, every steel grade you buy from GMH, you get the PCF footprint together, and you can exclusively see which CO2 footprint the steel brings along that you decided to buy from us.
Your company consistently pursues the electric steel route since many years, and this means that you need a lot of electricity for your production. What impact do the currently very high energy costs for your company?
Currently, life for us, as well as the whole industry in Germany, is extremely difficult. The government in Germany is not supporting us as an energy-intense industry. The electricity prices are still at least 2 times more expensive than in the rest, even of Europe or the rest of the world. Therefore, we have a huge competitive disadvantage compared to our competitors, which leads to less investment possibilities, because the money that other companies use to invest, we have to use to pay electricity. And that's definitely not fair. We deeply hope that the German government will, again, as it did in the past, put a much stronger focus on the competitiveness of its industry.
Thank you very much, Dr. Becker, for this very interesting interview.